And Kennedy, thanks very much for joining us. 3 points tonight, big 3 points. What did you make of tonight's game?
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good chance to bounce back from obviously Saturday's disappointment, but what a team performance. 4 goals, a clean sheet on a Tuesday night under the lights with the fans back. Couldn't expect anything else, anything better.
How much did you enjoy that, Ben? Obviously we seen a couple of different shapes of the style tonight. You had to go in deep and you created your own goal. Talk us through that goal first and foremost.
I think I got a bit lucky, to be fair, but I was just on the move and luckily it landed to me and I just hit it and it went in. But as I said, moving positions I don't mind. I just want to play games and finish games and help the team as much as I can, of course.
And as you said, probably a disappointing result more than performance last Saturday at the home of the champions. But how important tonight was it, Ben, just to bounce back and put in a good performance first and foremost, and then secondary to get that result?
Yeah, of course. It's always important to bounce back, and we said about it before the game, and we did that. We did what we were asked to do, and don't forget we've had an unlucky pre-season with a couple of injuries and COVID and whatever else. We've still got a lot of big players to come back, and a lot of people still to get fitter and sharper, and we've got a lot more to come. Better than that, I feel. Yeah, definitely.
Philip Lowry joined us in the commentary box tonight, and he described your performance as a masterclass, and he said obviously he can't wait to get back for you to play in there as well. But you allowed different areas of our game, allowed us to run with the ball and get us up the pitch. Is that an area, Ben, that you've been sorry, as we're joined with Michael Ruddy there, who I'm sure you got a great partnership with last year. But just back to my point there, Ben, about your own game. I know we've spoken pre-season about coming back from England and wanting to play lots of games and get into routine. Is that the start of seeing the real Ben Kennedy now? Yeah,
exactly. I'm feeling fit, I'm feeling sharp, and most importantly I'm playing with a smile on my face. I've got the enjoyment back, I'm in a happy place, and I love this club, and it's a well-run family club. And but like you said, you mentioned Philly Lowry there, that's one of the league legends, like still to come back. Ross Clark, still got a fully fit Johnny McMurray to come back. We've still got a lot of big names to come back, and us as a team are down to get them back because we have everyone back fit. We know we'll give anyone a game, definitely.
And deserved man of the match tonight, Ben, for you. So very well done, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, lads. Thank you. Cheers.
Well done, mate. Cheers, Ben. Stephen, 4 goals, clean sheet, 3 points. You must be very happy.
I'm very happy. It's our first home game of the season. To get 4 goals and none against is always what you're looking for. 4 goals could have been 6 goals. Paul Healy gets through. We hit the frame of the goal with a stunner from McMurray, and I thought our team in the second half were just fantastic. We had to soften them up a little bit in the first half. It was a bruising encounter, and they're a team that will cause a lot of trouble to the other opposition. They're a physical side. They've got big boys in their team. I counted 6-footers who are lively and aggressive all around the football pitch, and I knew it would be that type of game. We needed to get Jordan Owens into the frame to deal with maybe even heading balls out of our own box, dealing with their 2 centre halves. We got a lot of pace around him, and we got some quality balls into good areas of the football pitch, and we just slowly and gradually wore them down and started taking over the game, and then coming at them a little bit of wave of attack to win the football match. So we needed to see more ball into the box tonight, and we did that well, and we scored 4 goals without reply, so that's always a pleasing night at the office.
And obviously, as we said, Stephen, a clean sheet, but defensively everything was in front of you. That must make you very pleased, and seeing some of those partnerships, Daniel and Josh in particular, were super tonight.
Oh my word, Josh Robinson and Daniel, just both are reading each other well. Josh brings a lot of leadership qualities with his talking heads. That's the big thing that we were looking for Josh to come in and bark some orders, because Daniel's a very quiet lad by nature and doesn't really call out the orders. So you need those partnerships working, and they're both 6 foot, lean and quick and strong, and that's good. BJ's able to get onto his right hand side and play in his natural position. I thought Jonathan Rock was outstanding also. So it gives you a platform to build on. Johnny Tuffy looked really good tonight, and so a lot of things worked for us, and that's what you need. You need all the team combining, working hard together, playing their game, getting to know each other's moves. Picked up a couple of wee injuries, which is a wee bit concerning. Paul having to come off at half time with a wee groin, never good. Gary Thompson wasn't able to start tonight with a calf. We didn't bring him on. with fear of that going again. So there are all the wee things that always bother me, is the injuries that you pick up in a game, or the ones that you currently have. So we're looking to the others like Philip Lowry, and we'll get Jordy Forsyth back in maybe 4 or 5 days' time, and that's good. We will see a couple more coming back into the frame.
We've seen the introduction tonight for his first competitive game at half-time with the introduction of Johnny McMurray. He got himself a goal. We were right behind it in the commentary box, the second one that smashed off the post. But how important is he going to be for you this season, Stephen?
Well, he brings power and pace, and he brings hunger and determination for goals. And you know, when I first met him and I chatted to him, you'd see the hunger in his eyes. You know, he was a player that I wanted to get here. We've done a bit of shooting practice last night. He's a ferocious shot. He wants to score goals. He wants to rip the back of the net out. He's an angry man when it comes to scoring goals, and that's what you need in a centre forward. You need that determination. He picked up a foot injury in his first game in the pre-season, put him out for 4 or 5 weeks. A wee difficult injury, and that's not fully healed. And we're only seeing 50% of him here tonight. But he does enough and he scores a goal and he hits a woodwork with a rasper. So we've a lot more to see from him, but he's determined and he's my type of player. I like what I see from him. He's a hungry boy, and that's good news. And you could see what it meant to him when he scored the goal. You know, he gets it over the line, his celebration, and that's the release of a new signing saying, "I'm here," and he runs to the fans and says, Good to meet you all, and let's hope there's plenty more to come.
Just the last question on that, Stephen. Obviously tonight was probably the first time in nearly since this fixture last year against Portadown where we've seen spectators in the stands. How different was it for the team and for you tonight?
Listen, without the fans, football is rubbish. It's difficult when there was every voice you could hear around a stadium, just the way it worked last year. It was ultra difficult to see the stand and hear the vocal support and the shouting and the atmosphere and the celebration of goals. It's just amazing. And fair play to Portadown coming up with a good number of people to give their boys a cheer on. So that's what the lifeblood of our game is, fans and stadiums. Without it, we don't exist. So it was great to have them in, and it was great to welcome them back.
Congratulations on tonight's victory, Stephen, and thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Johnny Black, thank you very much for joining us. Signed a 1-year deal tonight with Crusaders. How'd that come about?
Yes, I was coming home, just actually tried to contact Stephen myself to let him know I was coming home a while ago, but nothing materialised of it. And then I come home and Murph sent me a message on Twitter actually saying that Stephen's interested in contacting me to come down to the club. So yeah, it was pretty simple, straightforward anyway.
So you've been away out of the Irish League for 8 years, is that right? So
yeah.
What did you make of tonight's game first and foremost? That's probably the first game of football you've seen here for a while.
Yeah, it's first full game I've seen. I always watch the highlights when I'm away, try and catch up on them on the Sunday mornings and see what's happening in the Irish League. And like, I can see from the highlights that it's definitely improved a lot since I left 8 years ago. But yeah, I'm just keen to get back into it and see how much I've improved myself and put myself up against it.
And what sort of standard of football have you been playing, Johnny, out in Australia? Were you in America as well over the last few months then, or what sort of football
America was just travelling with my partner, yeah. But Australia, it's hard to explain. It's just a total football. Like Kevin Braniff from Portadown over there playing the same standard. Young Ryan Burns. It's just all total football, so it improves you as a player as well. It's not really as physical as back here, but yeah, sure, much more football played.
How excited are you to get back in the Irish League? I know it's been 8 years since you last were at Linfield last, but how excited are you just to get back and play in the Irish League?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's also good to come back and join a big club as well. Crusaders are just as big as the top two teams as well, Linfield and whoever. Yeah, I'm excited. I just can't wait to get to work. It's obviously not fit at the minute, so it'll probably take me a couple of weeks before I can try and break into the squad.
Nice to see you anyway, John, and thank you very much.
Thanks,
and all the very best of luck. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.